weighing in at 175 pounds, this is Sandy Beach.
Welcome everyone to Absolute Wrestling and the second of our new YouTube shows, Absolute Uprising. I am Stallion. I am so stoked to be here, especially after the success of last week's show. Now, I'm normally joined in the commentary booth, as you know, by Matthew of Botchamania. We are a little bit peckish though, and so I've sent him out for a pizza. He should be back soon. Let's get underway. Absolute Uprising. Pure, uncompromising, supreme.
And his opponent, from Newcastle upon Tyne, weighing in at 197 pounds, this is the gimmick killer, H.T.
HT Drake, apparently the #1 contender after he won a grueling three-way ladder match at Chop Till You Drop versus Chuck Cyrus and one of the Forgotten, the masked men who are plaguing Absolute Wrestling at this time. He's managing to get a bye so he doesn't have to compete to get into this four-way. The action straight off there as the gimmick killer driving his elbow into Sandy Beach. And it seems the current King of the North is in no mood to be messing around. And Sandy just paddles to the outside. The referee is, of course, John Myers. He's certainly had issues with Martin Kirby recently. Martin Kirby, who H.C. Drake actually beat in the semi-finals for the King of the North Championship before going on to beat Zach Gibson in the final. Zach Gibson managing to get past the likes of Liam Slater on his way there. But Sandy Beach coming off that loss last week to Adam Flex Maxted, and he'll certainly want to pick himself up from that. Oh, Sandy Beach is being dragged back in. H.D. Drake is, and he paid for that. Too eager. Springboard clothesline from Sandy Beach, flying as high as that seagull on his entrance video. Forearm there. John Myers just checking in as he's now just stomping away onto the alleged King of the North. Goes for that pin with both legs, but Drake able to kick out. Now, it's no secret that I do not like HT Drake. However, you've got to bear in mind that here at Absolute, he's only been beaten by Bubblegum and Rampage Brown. Oh, and this could be dangerous. He hits this. I don't think we're going to get... Oh! I don't think we'll get much sense out of Drake after this one, as he's dragged to the center of the ring. Very smart by Sandy Beach, who rolls him up, but no, can only get a 2. Whereas Drake was very heavy-handed and quick at the beginning. Oh! Modified. Followed through Northern Lights with a double stomp at the end. Going for now. He's got that bridge. See, this is why I need Matthew, because he can call all of these moves. Why did I send him out for pizza? Should have runners for this sort of thing. As HT Drake goes to the top rope. Beach, oh! Beach staggered there and just don't think he realised where he was and accidentally knocked our referee, who then bounced into the ropes, which caused Drake to lose his balance and possibly the chance of future grandchildren. Big kick to the head. He's going for there.
Let's go, Drake! Let's go, Drake! Nah, let's go, Sandy!
Sandy Beach trying to get a let's go Sandy chant. Superplex. Is this enough? Oh, Sandy Beach can still not get that first taste of victory here in Absolute. He's just wrapping up HT Drake's legs there and almost a grapevine type affair. What's he going for here? Oh, look at that. He's pulling on the head of Drake. He's flapping him like a seagull. There is nowhere for Drake to go. It looks as though he's about to... Is he going to submit? Is he going to submit? It looks as though he's going to tap the arm. No, he's managed to break it. We've got Sandy Beach annoyed that he's managed to break out of that submission hold, and he's just praying HT Drake on the mat there. Pushes Drake into the corner and Irish whip. Charges in with that clothesline. Legs to the outside. Oh, and this is a mistake. He's now nipped to the outside. He's having a chat with some of the fans who seem to be attacking him with foam fingers. Referee just letting that go. It could be a mistake because it could give Drake a chance to recover, but Drake throwing some... Oh! So he hits that gimmick killer. Get the official word.
Here is your winner, the gimmick killer, HT Drake!
Well, the gimmick killer extends the losing run of Sandy Beach here in Absolute. The current #1 contender and King of the North 2016 picks up the win. Let's see again. I think the mistake was when Sandy Beach went outside to have an argument with fans rather than stay on top of HT Drake. HT Drake took that time to recover and managed to hit the gimmick killer to get the win.
I just took HT Drake to his limit. I said HT Drake to his limit. Don't you want me? I deserve another chance.
Another chance of Drake?
I deserve another chance.
I'd say so.
If I don't get another chance, I'm gonna cause rampage.
Oh, well, be careful what you wish for.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sandy Beach's next opponent, this is Rampage Brown!
A massive fan favourite here at Absolute. And Sandy Beach might have bitten off a little more than he can chew. With the angry man that is Rampage Brown. Oh! Boot to the face. Pile driver!
Your winner of the match, Rampage Brown!
Well, he asked for another chance. He certainly got it. As Rampage Brown standing tall in victory.
So backstage at Absolute Uprising, and I'm here with little Miss Roxxy. Hi. So everyone's still talking about your match last week with Lana Austin. It was a great match. How did you feel it went?
Well, not many people know this, but I actually had my first ever match with Lana. So before I ever wrestled her, I always saw her as someone who I'd like to aspire to be. So in my opinion, I have nothing but respect for her, and the fact I get to wrestle her now is kind of like a dream come true.
So no bad blood that you picked up the win?
None at all, none at all.
Sandy Beach is desperate to make a name for himself in Absolute. I understand why, because on the 28th of October, we have our huge year-end spectacular that we are calling Absolution. And I've just got an announcement from the back about Absolution on the 28th of October. A wrestling superstar who hasn't been with us for 10 long months is returning to Absolute Wrestling on October 28th. Just signed by our commissioner, Brian Flynn, the return to Absolute Wrestling of Zach Gibson. Zach Gibson will be a part of Absolution.
Hold on, just 1 second. Sorry, I couldn't help but overhear what you were saying in the back there. Zach Gibson's coming back to Absolute Wrestling. Zach Gibson. Because I thought that Zach Gibson had quit Absolute Wrestling. I thought that Zach Gibson had quit just coming up to the Northeast in general. And I should know because I'm up in the Northeast pretty much every day of my life. And I love it up here. But apparently, it's not good enough for Zach Gibson. like driving across the M62 and then coming up the A1, maybe the A19 if the A1's closed. I know it's got some problems. The last time that Zach Gibson was here was the King of the North. And you see, that holds quite a lot of weight for me because I love coming to Absolute. It's one of my favourite places to wrestle. But I feel like there's an asterisk next to that. Because Zach Gibson beat me at King of the North. I won that first tournament and I thought I was going to win that second one. But he beat me. And then he left and he didn't come back. He didn't give me a chance to redeem myself. And I feel like I need a chance to redeem myself because back then I was a kid that was dancing and I had a bit of fire about me. But right now I am the heart and soul of British wrestling. I'm willing to prove it against anyone, and especially you, Zach Gibson. So Zach, I'm going to tell you right to your face. You're here on the 28th of October. I'm here on the 28th of October, so how about we go one-on-one? Zach, are you soon to be Absolute Wrestling's #1? Or are you soon to be #1 and making excuses and not facing the heart and soul of British wrestling, Liam Slater?
Liam. Don't you dare call me egghead, you ugly little pig child. Liam Slater, if I heard you correctly, you've come out here moaning and complaining and whining. That's something I'd never do. I face problems head on. So you don't need to be worried about Zach Gibson. You've got bigger problems, my friend, in the form of me. You want to come out here and get in my business? You want to get in my business? My business? Then I want a match one-on-one with you. What do you say?
You want to go one-on-one? Jump in this ring and we'll go right now, mate. Let's go.
Right now? Right now?
Let's go.
Who wants it right now? I said, who wants to see me face Liam Slater right now? Well, tough because I haven't warmed up, so no, sorry. Another time, Liam, unfortunately. Another time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Liam Slater!
Hello Absolute Wrestling fans, Commissioner Brian Flynn here with some huge announcements for Absolution. As you will have just seen, Zach Gibson is returning to Absolute Wrestling for the first time in 10 months. Liam Slater is also scheduled to appear and has challenged Gibson to a match to finally settle the rivalry that has been brewing here at Absolute Wrestling for nearly 2 years. I'm also happy to announce that at Absolution on the 28th of October, Kid Fight and Laura DiMatteo will be making their Absolute Wrestling debuts. Kid Fight is one of the most travelled and well-respected wrestlers to ever come out of Scotland, and Laura DiMatteo is gaining a reputation as a fierce fighter who is travelling the country to show everyone just how good she is. Tickets for Absolution are available now. Just go to absolutewrestling.co.uk/tickets. VIP and family options are available. Now back to the action. understand that Commissioner Brian Flynn has sanctioned this match. And the Primate is more than
And his
ready for it.
opponent. His opponent, representing the Forgotten.
Well, I can imagine that Prime will take on any of them and all of them if he wants. This is only meant to be one of them. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget this is under hardcore rules. Anything goes here at Absolute Uprising. In our second week, this is your main event. Prime now, I think he was expecting one of those two on the outside before this particular representative of the Forgotten came in, and he's a fast one. I normally like to do a little bit of research on the guys here at Absolute, but quite frankly, I have absolutely nothing that I can tell you about these guys. We do know that they originally ran in. They've attacked the likes of H.C. Drake. They've attacked, well, the Primate. We've also seen them attack Chuck Cyrus. And oh, Primate is absolutely mad. He is sick of these guys. But the thing is, he will need to watch his back, because there isn't just one of them. Got his almost in a wheelbarrow position as he just flings him over. This guy definitely won't be forgotten. He'll be a stain on the mat at this rate. Primate just putting that refuse receptacle in the corner. What's he going to do with him? It's Darling, put the rubbish out. As he's just dropped that member of Forgotten straight into that can. Oh. Oh! Baseball slides. Sort of basement drop kick straight into that bin. And he's got a cricket bat. As he hits him for 6. Not enough, but there will be a distinct ringing in the ears of, I don't know, what should I call him? Forgotten One? I said, how? Battling around the arena. I can't really see they've got out of my vantage point, but I can hear the shouts and the thumps of Prime, so I can imagine it is not going well. Oh! As Prime is now just dragged out. That Forgotten member, and he's lifted up the top, and he's now just laying in the chops. Oh, and another one. That is going to leave a mark in the morning. Hell, it'll leave a mark now. Oh. Forgotten member is now just taking off that t-shirt, and he's now choking that primate with it. From here to Kingdom Come. But that primate's just responded by just not even slamming his head into that turnbuckle, just trying to drive his head through it. He's going for looks to be a snap suplex on that unforgiving floor. And this place is used as a nightclub, so heaven only knows what's on that floor. As they're now again going around the arena. And they're over by the merch stand. Can't really see too much, but it doesn't look to be going well for the member of the Forgotten. I think he might have forgotten who he is. Prime just tosses him back in. What's he got? Oh! I know what he's going to do here. He's going to go for a paper cut. Oh! Oh! And that's making me cringe back here. Oh, right in between the fingers. Oh, he's saying one more. This is cruel and unusual punishment. What's he going to do now? Oh, he's going to do his tongue. This man is an animal. Who gives a man a paper cut? As the Forgotten member again tries to get away, but Prime having nothing of it. From what I can tell, currently just well, it's back and forth between these two as the Forgotten member certainly laying in some kicks. As he gets the fans to move straight into the chairs, but the Forgotten member just reverses that and throws in the primate. Tell you what, I cannot believe that our new commissioner Brian Flynn has authorised such a match. I'll tell you what, he should authorise a monitor for me so I can see exactly what's going on in such a match. But now they're back in the centre of the ring. And it's now the Forgotten who seem to be dominating right now, which is certainly something when you're in there against the primates. Huge Savat kick, and again. And a third one. Fourth, and yet Jason Prime is still. Oh! Huge sit-out powerbomb. Both guys are down. Both have taken tremendous punishment. John Myers, our referee, just goes in to check on them. Tell it's a hardcore match. He's got his gloves on. Even our referees are protected here at Absolute. Huge splash into the corner. Oh. Straight into a suplex. again. But it's not enough. This representative of the Forgotten is certainly wanting to make his mark here. And he will not quit. Prime just lines him up. Oh, but straight into that post. Cutter. And that was so close. So close. Remonstrating with the referee, trying to claim that it was 3. And I'll tell you what, it was that close. I can understand why the Forgotten would think that. But he's wasting time going to the top rope. Oh! Jumps off and caught with that massive spear, Primate. Well, it looked as though that he managed to get that win, but we haven't had an official result as the rest of the Forgotten have come in, and Prime's certainly fighting off a couple of them, but the numbers are just overwhelming. How many of these guys are there? And look at them as they're just holding him up. Oh, and another one of them handing a bat to one of his fellows. Oh! And just jams it straight into the jaw. Jason Primer's just spat, probably teeth, as they just take him down to the mat. And he's not even moving now. He's not moving at all. There's all of them. And I'm wondering where, when Prime came out earlier to save HT Drake, the favor has not been returned here. Interesting to note, but I'm just looking, Prime is not moving. As the Forgotten leave the ring. And what amazing action we've seen. And it asks the question, doesn't it? Will Sandy Beach ever win? Will Liam Slater meet Zach Gibson? And will Jason Prime ever get his revenge on the Forgotten? We will find out the next time, so stay tuned. Same Absolute time, same YouTube channel. I've been Stallion. This is Absolute Uprising. Pure, uncompromising, supreme.
Hello again, Absolute Wrestling fans. It's me, Commissioner Brian Flynn, with some breaking news. I've just got off the phone with Zach Gibson, and he has taken exception to Liam Slater claiming he quit Absolute Wrestling. He has accepted the match at Absolution, but under one condition. Make sure you're there at the NE6 suite on the 28th of October, as it will be Liam Slater taking on Zach Gibson in an I Quit match. Thank you again for watching Absolute Uprising. See you next week.
Pushes Drake into the corner and Irish whip. Charges in with that clothesline. Legs to the outside. Oh, and this is a mistake. He's now nipped to the outside. He's having a chat with some of the fans who seem to be attacking him with foam fingers. Referee just letting that go. It could be a mistake because it could give Drake a chance to recover, but Drake throwing some, oh! So he hits that gimmick killer. Let's get the official word.
Here is your winner, the gimmick killer, HT Drake!
Well, the gimmick killer extends the losing run of Sandy Beach here in Absolute. The current #1 contender and King of the North 2016 picks up the win. Let's see again. I think the mistake was when Sandy Beach went outside to have an argument with fans rather than stay on top of HT Drake. HT Drake took that time to recover and managed to hit the gimmick killer to get the win.
I just took HT Drake to his limit. I said HT Drake to his limit. Don't you want me? I deserve another chance.
Another chance of Drake?
I deserve another chance.
I'd say so.
If I don't get another chance, I'm gonna cause rampage.
Oh, well, be careful what you wish for.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sandy Beach's next opponent, this is Rampage Brown!
A massive fan favourite. He's flapping him like a seagull. There is nowhere for Drake to go. It looks as though he's about to. Is he going to submit? Is he going to submit? It looks as though he's going to tap the arm. No, he's managed to break it. We've got Sandy Beach annoyed that he's managed to break out of that submission hold, and he's just praying HT Drake on the mat there. Pushes Drake into the corner and Irish whip. Charges in with that clothesline. Legs to the outside. Oh, and this is a mistake. He's now nipped to the outside. He's having a chat with some of the fans who seem to be attacking him with foam fingers. Referee just letting that go. It could be a mistake because it could give Drake a chance to recover, but Drake throwing some. Oh! So he hits that gimmick killer. Get the official word.
Here is your winner, the gimmick killer, HT Drake!
Well, the gimmick killer extends the losing run of Sandy Beach here in Absolute. The current #1 contender and King of the North 2016 picks up the win. Let's see again. I think the mistake was when Sandy Beach went outside to have an argument with fans rather than stay on top of HT Drake. HT Drake took that time to recover and managed to hit the gimmick killer to get the win.
I just took HT Drake to his limit. I said HT Drake to his limit. Don't you want me? I deserve another chance.
Another chance of Drake? Tell you what, I cannot believe that our new commissioner, Brian Flynn, has authorised such a match. I'll tell you what he should authorise, a monitor for me so I can see exactly what's going on in such a match. But now they're back in the centre of the ring. And it's now the Forgotten who seem to be dominating right now, which is certainly something when you're in there against the Primates. Huge Savat kick, and again. And a third one. Fourth, and yet Jason Prime is still. Oh! Huge sit-out powerbomb. Both guys are down. Both have taken tremendous punishment. John Myers, our referee, just goes in to check on them. Tell it's a hardcore match. He's got his gloves on. Even our referees are protected here at Absolute. Big splash into the corner. Oh. Straight into a suplex. Again. But it's not enough. This representative of the Forgotten is certainly wanting to make his mark here. And he will not quit. Prime just lines him up. Oh, but straight into that post. Cutter. And that was so close. So close. Remonstrating with the referee, trying to claim that it was 3. And I'll tell you what, it was that close. I can understand why the Forgotten would think that. But he's wasting time going to the top rope. Oh! Jumps off and caught with that massive spear. Primate. Thing around. And Sandy just paddles to the outside. The referee is, of course, John Myers. We've certainly had issues with Martin Kirby recently. Martin Kirby, who HC Drake actually beat in the semi-finals for the King of the North championship before going on to beat Zach Gibson in the final. Zach Gibson managing to get past the likes of Liam Slater on his way there. But Sandy Beach coming off that loss last week to Adam Flex Maxted. And he'll certainly want to pick himself up from that. Oh, Sandy Beach is being dragged back in. HD Drake is, and he paid for that. Too eager. Springboard clothesline from Sandy Beach. Flying as high as that seagull on his entrance video. Forearm there. John Myers just checking in as he's now just stomping away onto the alleged King of the North. Goes for that pin with both legs, but Drake able to kick out. Now, it's no secret that I do not like HT Drake. However, you've got to bear in mind that here at Absolute, he's only been beaten by Bubblegum and Rampage Brown. Oh, and this could be dangerous. He hits this. I don't think we're going to get... Oh! I don't think we'll get much sense out of Drake after this one, as he's dragged to the center of the ring. Very smart by Sandy Beach, who rolls him up, but no, can only get a 2. Whereas Drake was very heavy-handed and quick at the beginning. And Rampage Brown standing tall in victory.
So backstage at Absolute Uprising, and I'm here with little Miss Roxxy. Hi. So everyone's still talking about your match last week with Lana Austin. It was a great match. How did you feel it went?
Well, not many people know this, but I actually had my first ever match with Lana. So before I ever wrestled her, I always saw her as someone who I'd like to aspire to be. So in my opinion, I have nothing but respect for her, and the fact I get to wrestle her now is kind of like a dream come true.
So no bad blood that you picked up the win?
None at all, none at all.
Sandy Beach is desperate to make a name for himself in Absolute. I understand why, because on the 28th of October, we have our huge year-end spectacular that we are calling Absolution. And I've just got an announcement from the back about Absolution on the 28th of October. A wrestling superstar who hasn't been with us for 10 long months is returning to Absolute Wrestling on October 28th. Just signed by our commissioner, Brian Flynn, the return to Absolute Wrestling of Zach Gibson. Zach Gibson will be a part of Absolution.
Hold on, just 1 second. Sorry, I couldn't help but overhear what you were saying in the back there. Zach Gibson's coming back to Absolute Wrestling. Zach Gibson. Because I thought that Zach Gibson had quit Absolute Wrestling. I thought that Zach Gibson had quit just coming up to the Northeast in general. And I should know because I'm up in the Northeast pretty much every day of my life. And I love it up here. But apparently, it's not good enough for Zach Gibson. Apparently, Zach Gibson doesn't like driving across the M62 and then coming up the A1, maybe the A19 if the A1's closed. I know it's got some problems. The last time that Zach Gibson was here was the King of the North. And you see that whole...
Yeah, in Absolute. He's just wrapping up HT Drake's legs there and almost a grapevine type affair. What's he going for here? Oh, look at that. He's pulling on the head of Drake. He's flapping him like a seagull. There is nowhere for Drake to go. It looks as though he's about to... Is he going to submit? Is he going to submit? It looks as though he's going to tap the arm. No, he's managed to break it. We've got Sandy Beach annoyed that he's managed to break out of that submission hole, and he's just praying HT Drake on the mat there. Pushes Drake into the corner and Irish whip. Charges in with that clothesline. Legs to the outside. Oh, and this is a mistake. He's now nipped to the outside. He's having a chat with some of the fans who seem to be attacking him with foam fingers. Referee just letting that go. That could be a mistake because it could give Drake a chance to recover, but Drake throwing some. Oh! So he hits that gimmick killer. Get the official word.
Here is your winner, the gimmick killer, HT Drake!
Well, the gimmick killer extends the losing run of Sandy Beach here in Absolute. The current #1 contender and King of the North 2016 picks up the win. Let's see again. I think the mistake was when Sandy Beach went outside to have an argument with fans rather than stay on top of HT Drake. HT Drake took that time to recover and managed to hit the gimmick killer to get the win. Big splash into the corner. Oh. Straight into a suplex. And again. But it's not enough. Representative of the Forgotten is certainly wanting to make his mark here, and he will not quit. Prime just lines him up. Oh, but straight into that post. And a cutter. And that was so close. So close. Remonstrating with the referee, trying to claim that it was 3, and I'll tell you what, it was that close. I can understand why the Forgotten would think that. But he's wasting time going to the top rope. Oh! Jumps off and caught with that massive spear, Primate. Well, it looked as though that he managed to get that win, but we haven't had an official result as the rest of the Forgotten have come in, and Prime's certainly fighting off a couple of them, but the numbers are just overwhelming. How many of these guys are there? Look at them as they're just holding him up. Oh, and another one of them handing a bat to one of his fellows. Oh! And just jams it straight into the jaw. Jason Primer's just spat, probably teeth, as they just take him down to the mat. And he's not even moving now. He's not moving at all. There's all of them. And I'm wondering where, when Prime came out earlier to save HT Drake, the favor has not been returned here. What's he going to do now? Oh, he's going to do his tongue. This man is an animal. gives a man a paper cut. As the Forgotten member again tries to get away, but Prime having nothing of it. From what I can tell, currently just well, it's back and forth between these two as the Forgotten member certainly laying in some kicks. As he gets the fans to move straight into the chairs, but the Forgotten member just reverses that and throws in the Primate. Tell you what, I cannot believe that our new commissioner Brian Flynn has authorised such a match. I'll tell you what he should authorise, a monitor for me so I can see exactly what's going on in such a match. But now they're back in the centre of the ring. And it's now the Forgotten who seem to be dominating right now, which is certainly something when you're in there against the Primates. Huge Savat kick, and again. And a third one. Fourth, and yet Jason Prime is still. Oh! Huge sit-out powerbomb. Both guys are down. Both have taken tremendous punishment. John Myers, our referee, just goes in to check on them. Tell it's a hardcore match. He's got his gloves on. Even our referees are protected here at Absolute. Big splash into the corner. Oh! Straight into a suplex.
To redeem myself. And I feel like I need a chance to redeem myself because back then I was a kid that was dancing and I had a bit of fire about me. But right now I am the heart and soul of British wrestling. I'm willing to prove it against anyone, and especially you, Zach Gibson. So Zach, I'm going to tell you right to your face. You're here on the 28th of October. I'm here on the 28th of October, so how about we go one-on-one? Zach, are you soon to be Absolute Wrestling's #1? Or are you soon to be #1 and making excuses and not facing the heart and soul of British wrestling, Liam Slater?
Liam. Don't you dare call me egghead, you ugly little pig child. Liam Slater, if I heard you correctly, you've come out here moaning and complaining and whining. That's something I'd never do. I face problems head on. So you don't need to be worried about Zach Gibson. You've got bigger problems, my friend, in the form of me. You want to come out here and get in my business? You want to get in my business? My business? Then I want to match one-on-one with you. What do you say?
You want to go one-on-one? Jump in this ring and we'll go right now, mate. Let's go.
Right now? Right now?
Let's go.
Who wants it right now? I said, who wants to see me face Liam Slater right now? another time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Liam Slater!
Hello Absolute Wrestling fans, Commissioner Brian Flynn here with some huge announcements for Absolution. As you will have just seen, Zack Gibson is returning to Absolute Wrestling for the first time in 10 months. Liam Slater is also scheduled to appear and has challenged Gibson to a match